we're doing, we have long-term and short-term goals. We came together to, the initial idea was to help rebuild Sue Ellen. Okay, but for political reasons, we were removed from the term Sue Ellen, and our desire to help the kids with the recreational facility didn't go away, even though we were, you know, told that we can't necessarily fundraise in the name of Sue Ellen, and we were told that, but that had nothing to do with what we were actually undertaking and what we were planning to do, and our plans still stand. We will long-term build a recreational facility for these kids. Setbacks are disappointing, especially when you're trying to do good, especially when you're on a positive tip, and then you have like this major issue that seems to come out of nowhere, which we have, and we understand that adversity has to exist in order for us to be successful. So that's why, you know, we kind of welcome it. You know, we welcome challenge, but some of the definite challenges have been in terms of who we're trying to help. Sometimes people don't necessarily embrace change, which is what's happening here. We're changing the landscape of things, and everybody is not always agreeable with that change. And sometimes it could be like fighting against what you're trying to do. For every step you take forward, there might be 25 people trying to undo what you just did for the sake of not wanting things to change. And so we felt a little bit of that. We felt it from, honestly, from the local government. I mean, we felt it from local government. We were told that, you know, we just didn't need to raise money for Sue Ellen because they wanted a professional organization to do that. And that was a difficult pill to swallow because, like I mentioned before, we're all professional and successful in our own rights. So when somebody says, you know, we want to call in, you know, a resource, well, we feel like we are the resources. We are the people that are needed to get this particular job done. Well, nowhere are you going to find a group of people, professional or otherwise, that are dedicated to rebuilding the place that they call home. I mean, to me, that just makes the most sense. If you have people that want to do the work and want to do the fundraising, and no matter what it takes, you know, we're going to see this through to the end. I think you should give that a shot. I mean, why say no to that? But, you know, we were told that we don't want the fundraising right now. We're going to do the fundraising on our own. And when we're ready for you guys, then, you know, on cue, that's when we want you guys to jump back in. Well, our group doesn't really think like that. And that was, you could call that adversity, and in some cases, it might have been an order to cease and desist, because that's what the request was. But we're in this for Moss Point. We're in this for the kids that live here. We're in this to make sure that people have the same opportunities that everybody else along this coast has. Our families live here. Our friends live here. I mean, even though I may live in Atlanta, this is still home. And it's like that for everybody that's involved in the Moss Point Visionary Circle. This is still home. So to tell us we can't help home is kind of redundant, really. You really can't tell us that we can't help ourselves. And so essentially it was a drive that drove us even harder to move forward and to be successful. Because, you know, are you expecting us to be able to do this? Can we get it done? Are we qualified to do this? Those were the questions. Those were the adverse issues that we were faced with. And the answers are all yes, 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 we can. Yes, we can do this. We will do it. We're doing it. We see the end result. And I think that's what's key. That's what's critical. You know, we know where we're headed with this. And perseverance is going to get us where we want to go. This is really personal to me because I have 3 children. I have 2 young daughters at home. I have a 20-year-old son. And I know for a fact that my children were given opportunities that were, you know, above and beyond status quo, because that's what I felt like I was given. You know, my mother gave me opportunities that were, you know, she went above and beyond her call of duty to see that we had things that would allow us to make good decisions, just different opportunities. And so as a mother, I strive to give those same opportunities to my kids. Now, personally, I have a son that's struggling. He's a 20-year-old black man in an urban environment, and he's caught up by everything that's going on in the world. You know, negative, positive, the negative pulls on him. And I know that he knows right from wrong. I know what his moral fiber is. And I know what opportunities that he had presented to him. And he had choices. So he's choosing to do the things that he's doing. But in a situation like this, when you don't have a choice, and all you can do is accept what's given to you, that's heartbreaking to me. Because, you know, it's one thing to choose to not do the right thing. That's one thing. But to have to do the wrong thing, or not be able to do what you want to do because it's not an option, that's what I'm trying to eliminate for the youth in Moss Point. I want you to be able to say, yeah, we had a choice. We could go shoot hoops after school, or I went to tutoring 4 times a week. That's how my grades got up. Or we participated in a character education program, so that's why I understand that I need to live peacefully with the people in my neighborhood. Choices. You have to provide kids with opportunities and choices. And that's what this is about, opportunities for the kids.